Hi, my name is Cassie Glover, and I wanted to start something just to see if there's a need for it. I myself, I think, would have benefited from something like this had I known about somebody doing this out there when I needed it. And that doesn't go to say that I don't have a lot of friends. I do have a lot of friends, but this idea that I have, that I wanted to see if people would jump on board and would benefit from it, came because I did have a lot of friends, but I didn't have really anybody who really understood where I was, and if you're my friend, please don't take this personally, but I just didn't feel safe with anybody. I didn't feel like I would not be judged in some way, or thought to have done something wrong, or just I didn't have the peace and safe feeling with anybody. And a lot of that has to do with us leaving a really good group of friends. I'm picking up my kids from school, so I might be driving a little bit. I'm in the pickup line. But we left the style of church that I have been in my entire life. And so most of those friends, I believe, are Christians and everything, but they didn't understand a lot of times our reasons for doing that, and we just weren't on the same page as we used to be with them as far as being friends and having the same viewpoints and everything. And the Lord was very gentle with us and very loving, as he is with everyone, and very slow in opening our eyes to things that we just didn't believe were right anymore in the style of church that we grew up in and that we were serving in. So June 2024, so it'll be almost 2 years, we left that style of church. And so for the most part, I lost almost all my friends. And it is a very exclusive type of style of church, as far as like typically people don't have friends that are outside of that style of church. And so I didn't have very many close friends outside of that style of church. And I definitely didn't have anybody in town. I don't have any family. And I lost my church friends, kind of. I mean, I still consider them my friends. But like I said, there wasn't that same kind of familiarity and same mindedness. And I think a lot of them didn't understand. And I didn't want to hurt their feelings because I had a different viewpoint than theirs. I just let them continue on in what they believed God would have them to do. And I tried to peacefully just kind of veer off and try to start my own little path of where I believe God was leading our family and my husband with me. So we were church hunting for a while, and so I felt very disconnected. And if you know me, you know that I have Lyme disease, and I also have COMT genetic mutation, which is really complicated thing. I'm still trying to figure out what it all means. I don't detox well, so I have a lot of fatigue from that because my body doesn't get rid of toxins quickly and effectively. And so there's depression is a side effect of both Lyme and COMT mutation. So saying all that, I was struggling and I was going to counseling, but everybody, my doctor, my counselor, kept pushing me that I needed a circle of people that I trusted. And I just hadn't been in the church or anywhere long enough to have that yet. And I'm not saying that I can provide all of that, and I'm definitely not trying to substitute to be a counselor if you need counseling. I'm not certified. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and God has worked in my life a lot, and I can share with you some tips, but I'm not a counselor, and I'm not trying to stand in as a free aid, so you don't have to go to counseling. But I think that there's a need for some people. Maybe they do have a lot of friends, but they still don't feel comfortable with any of them. And that's not necessarily any of the friends' fault. Sometimes it's just the way that the person is looking at things, and maybe some pride. But if you don't feel safe and you don't feel comfortable, it's just a really sad place to be, to not have anyone who you can really confide in. And of course, I have my husband, but he's not a woman. And as much as I do appreciate his friendship and we get along, he's not a woman, and he doesn't understand where I was coming from, the way that I really would like someone to. So my idea is, this is day number 1. It's January 27th, day 1 on a Tuesday. So it's definitely not like the beginning of the year, January 1st beginning, but I think the best day to begin anything is now. If it's something good for you and God lays it on your heart, the best day to begin that is today, now. So day 1, this is my first wellness check. How is everybody doing? Have you been able to do the minimal things today that you need to do to take care of yourself? Have you showered? Have you brushed your teeth? You drinking your water? Have somewhat of a nutritious meal. I'm not saying, steam everything and you have to grow a garden, but, be somewhat mindful of what you're eating, not just all that sugary carbs that we crave when we're not feeling good. And, I just want to be that person that checks in on you. And of course, you're gonna have to be the one to check YouTube to look at my videos. And I'm not saying I'm kind of shooting for every day, but I'm not saying that I can do that, because I have my own issues too. And I might come on here without makeup some days, because that's just, I want to be 100% authentic, which is a really big goal. But I want to be that authentic friend that you can identify with and relate with. So like I said, there might be a day that I can't even get on YouTube because I'm just feeling so rotten. And there may be days that I can, but I haven't showered, or I haven't put makeup on, or both. And still, I think I could help people who need this kind of push in their lives. And it would also be helpful for me. You guys would be helping me. It would give me the motivation maybe to take showers and put on makeup on days that I wouldn't. Because today, honestly, I wasn't gonna. And I had made a video yesterday, and I wasn't sure how often I wanted to do them. And I was thinking about where the Lord wanted me to take kind of like a YouTube channel kind of idea, as kind of a encouragement to women, and kind of like a ministry idea of not just spiritually, because we're a whole person, so it's never just spiritually anyways, but I'm not just talking about your relationship with Jesus, although that is paramount and very important, but also your mental health is important as far as your whole person, your whole being. And so I'm getting a call, and I was trying to decide whether I wanted to answer it. I think it's spam anyway. So that's my heart. I want to step in, and maybe in between those counseling sessions where you need a friend but you don't have one, and that friend to call you and motivate you, to ask you, get up, get a shower, brush your teeth, eat something, put a smile on your face even though you don't feel happy, because that helps sometimes. Put on makeup if you can, because that helps too. I'm not against anybody who doesn't wear makeup. I'm just, from my perspective, it helps me when I put makeup on to feel better about myself. So that is my heart, and that's what I would like to do. And yeah, I mean, there might be a video that I might come on and say, let's clean out the car together. And I show you my car and how awful, awful, awful it is. And you can say, whoa, it's not just me. And we can clean out the car together. Or you can watch me clean out my dirty car or something. I don't know, just relatable things like that that can come in for people who don't have someone that they live close to, or that they haven't had time to establish relationships with friends, to come and be that kind of, was it Aaron and Hur that held up Moses' hands for him, because he got so heavy holding up the rod when the Israelites were fighting. Was it the Amorites? I forget exactly which Canaanite group it was that they were fighting, but Joshua was down there fighting, and he held up the rod, but he got tired. And we can do so much by ourselves, and then we get tired. And that is why God gave us the body of Christ, to be there for one another, to hold each other's hands up, and to strengthen each other and encourage each other in prayer and presence. Just to be there, just to know someone's there. Even if I can't even really talk to you and you back to me, that I do care. So God definitely cares, and I believe He put it on my heart to care for people who nobody else is there for them, and or they just themselves don't feel comfortable allowing someone else at this point to be there for them. And yeah, I would love if you would share your prayer requests in the comments. If you would like this video and share it with anyone who you feel like could benefit from a wellness check every so often. And of course, obviously, you don't have to come and check in every day. Even if I am able to do a video every day, you don't have to. Whoa, the sun is really bright because we turned around. But anyways, this can be what you make of it. I can come on and I can be the encouragement that you come for. And I would love for you, man, the sun is bright on my chin. I would love for you to write an affirmation in the comments that you're holding on to today, that's getting you through, a Bible verse, a promise, something someone did for you that really gave you encouragement recently, that's got you still motivated. So my word or theme for the year is bee, and I have a helix earring of a honeybee to remind me. My husband got a coin and I was gonna get one, but I was like, what is the point of that, because I am not going to be able to keep track of that. And he laughed and was like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but you know, that's right. It would be a waste of money for me to try to keep up with a little coin, but I do have this little bee in my ear, and when I get overwhelmed with things and I think I haven't done anything profitable or productive today, and I start getting down on myself, I can remind myself that no, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm here for. I am being, and that is enough for me. And that's what God would have me to do right now, obviously, because He gave me these chronic health issues that don't allow me to do all these great big things that I had plans to do and I wanted to do. And I'm thankful for that. It's taken a really, really long time, because I would have been doing all these like big, huge things that I wanted to do, and I would have been making myself feel important, and then God wouldn't have my attention, and I would be doing all these things that He didn't want me to do, and probably not many of the things that I'm doing now that He would have me to do. So I didn't mean to quite go 15 minutes. I wanted it to be 10 or less, but I was kind of explaining what I want to do. And I just hope that I can be a blessing to you and your friends, or anyone who can find me on YouTube, to be a circle of, we have a ladies group called Refuge, to be that kind of a safe place when you don't have anybody else. And even if you do have other people, maybe you just need to see somebody's face because you're a stay-at-home mom and all you see are your kids' faces all day, some days, and that is That can be very challenging, very, very rewarding and very wonderful if that's what God has called you to do and that's what you are doing, but it is not without its struggles and its challenges. And, you know, if you have health issues, you don't have any kids, but you have health issues, or you have kids and health issues, or you're a working mom and you just feel like you're not doing good at any one thing, start with yourself. And it does sound selfish. It sounded way selfish. It even sounds selfish to me sometimes. Start with yourself. Because you can't take care of all these other little people and your husband if you are a basket case emotionally. Physically, you're a mess because all you're eating is chocolate and cake and stuff, or whatever's on the counter that you're just hungry, so you grab it and that's what you eat. And you're not spending time with God. You're not getting His perspective on life, on the world, on your family. And so this isn't, like I said, this is not a replacement for a counselor. This is not a replacement for your local church or small group that everyone should be a part of. But just another outreach, another help that's out there if you would like to take advantage of it. And I'm excited. I really hope that I can get to know some of you ladies. Tell me about yourselves. I can tell you some more about the background of my life a little bit if you don't know me in other videos, but this one is long enough. So I am gonna end it and just say, take a shower if you haven't, brush your teeth, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.